Hello and good morning, Blue Jays fans. I am your host, Craig Borden. We're going to talk all things Toronto Blue Jays right as we approach the trade deadline for Major League Baseball. It's getting wild. It's getting crazy. Nothing to write home about at this point, but the Blue Jays made their first trade yesterday, and it was an interesting one. So on that, the Blue Jays traded for Sir Anthony Dominguez, and were able to bring him to over literally across the diamond to play for the Toronto Blue Jays, as they are currently playing in Baltimore in the sweltering heat. But Sir Anthony Dominguez becomes one of the more recent players to actually be traded, literally across the diamond. But this one was a little bit more rare because he was traded mid doubleheader. So on that note, it was really cool to see, and he came right into the game in game two and did a great job. We ended up giving up young Blue Jays pitcher. He's in our current top 10 pitching prospects, as Aaron Watts Brown is going to be heading to the Baltimore Orioles for Sir Anthony Dominguez, who, as I had mentioned, Anthony Dominguez has been having a wonderful season. This is one of the trade targets I was hoping the Blue Jays would be able to steal. 42 innings, 3.16 ERA, and 2 saves manages. And so he finds a way to get people out. And it's very interesting that the Blue Jays will get to keep him for a little longer, too, because I believe he has a team option, or he is guaranteed to play one more year. In the reciprocating moves for the doubleheader and everything, Paxton Schultz was brought in, activated for the 15-day DL, and Easton Lucas was optioned. Chad Green designated for assignment, who has been having such a rough go. It hurts me to see, because I did love watching Chad Green as a Blue Jay, but at the end of the day this year, just not getting the outs that he needs and giving up way too many home runs. But Sir Anthony Dominguez was active, as I mentioned, for game two. We'll get to that shortly, but he ends up making his Blue Jay debut. So, on that note, what else has been going on? As far as the Blue Jays are concerned, the trade deadline is now 100% officially within 24 hours. It's been a few little tiny trades going on, but nothing monster going on yet. Carlos Carrasco was traded. I literally just watched him pitch in AAA the other day for money to the Braves, so that might be just setting things up. What else is going on? Just rumor mill, everybody. But to that point, the Blue Jays are in on some of the ones that I think are insanely good, especially the fact that apparently it seems like that the Cleveland Guardians are going to trade potentially Stephen Kwan, as we talked about yesterday. Blue Jays have been emerging as the front runner in that conversation. The question is do they still pull the trigger? But it seems like with everything going on with Emmanuel Clase and everything like that, that there could be a trade for Stephen Kwan. Makes sense if the Indians have to retool. It does make a lot of sense for him to, be able to go do that. But at that being said, that is the big rumor. The other pieces obviously are surrounding around. There is a heating up contest for Aguino Suarez, and it sounds like it's going to get into a bidding war. Nothing short. He is easily the best bat. He is voiding that injury after getting plunked the other night. Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly still also going to be traded. It looks like been all sorts of teams sniffing around, but those seem to be 100% the main pieces. Still a very big question mark if Dylan Cease for some reason gets traded by the Padres. Outside the Mitch Keller, David Bednar, Edward Cabrera pieces are moving. It sounds like the Twins are moving some of their players. The Mets and Dodgers have been actively just beating on the door for the Twins. It's going to be a crazy trade deadline, I think, here. The one I don't like hearing is that the Yankees might get Mackenzie Gore. I sure as hell hope that he goes anywhere but the New York Yankees. So, 'tis what it is. So let's quickly talk through this doubleheader, because it was not a fun one. The Blue Jays get beaten up in both games for this doubleheader. What was the beginning of this game was very competitive. All of a sudden came off the rails in the sixth, where the Baltimore Orioles scored six. Bullpen day didn't work out so good with Lucas and Estrada. Not the same combination we saw a few weeks ago when we were still looking for that fifth starter spot, but Max is back. 12 earned runs between, no, sorry, 10 earned runs between the two of them. And then Chad Green came in and didn't have much more to fare with another 4 earned runs. And it just kept going. And Ali Sanchez, position player, pitching, catcher. Apparently he threw the slowest recorded strikeout or something like that in a long time. So something fun at least. Addison Barger hits his 15th home run. Joey Loperfido hits his 3rd. Wow, has he been good? That was really all we got in game 1. In game 2, a lot closer, right down to the wire. Eric Lawler pitched a gem, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks, 5 strikeouts. Yariel Rodriguez and Sir Anthony Dominguez combined to no-hit everybody for 2 innings. And then Jeff Hoffman unfortunately gives up that last run in the 9th and unfortunately blows the opportunity for the Blue Jays. 3-2 loss. The Blue Jays scored a couple on RBIs from Nathan Lucas on a sac fly, and I lost it. An error. That's right. Anyway, not a lot to write home in that series, man. That's just how it is. But the cookie's not crumbling very good for the Blue Jays in Baltimore, and then it's sweltering heat. Hopefully, Jose Barrios can put a lockdown on this losing streak. Because that's what it is at this point. Lost 4 in a row. So he'll be facing Dean Kremer of the Baltimore Orioles at 1 o'clock this afternoon. 12:30. And we're going to just hope and pray that we can actually get back to it. Vlad Jr. loves to eat pitches off of Dean Kremer. 5 home runs and 31 at-bats, batting .355. George Springer, if he makes it in the lineup today, also batting basically .300 like Bo Bichette against Kremer. They get to face him a lot, just like the Orioles get to face Jose Barrios a lot. Tyler O'Neill and Ailey Rushman eat him for breakfast. We're going to hope that that does not happen because the Blue Jays could use the win to at least walk out with no sweeps against the 5th place Baltimore Orioles, which still says a lot when this team is 50-58. Tis what it is, but the Blue Jays still holding on to the standings in the first from all the wonderful work that they've done. So make sure you check out everything, trade rumors, all that kind of good stuff here as we approach the trade deadline. We're going to have a great time. Make sure you join us on Jaybird watching this evening on 7:30 Wednesday night at 7 p.m. We are going to be live talking all things trade deadline and the Blue Jays, hopefully win today. And we're going to have our guest beat writer for many writing platforms, Thomas Hall, will be joining us this evening. So make sure you join us, and we're going to answer calls and everything. So join it. We'll talk to you soon, and have a great day. Go Blue Jays.